concluding thoughts. The clock is against us. We were going to show penalties. We don't quite have time. But suffice to say, the Lions conceded 15 penalties to the South African 10 this evening. Shane, to what extent now is this advantage South Africa going into the third test?
Yeah, it is. And it leaves Gatland with a real predicament. You know, how does he attack this final game? He put all his chips, as Rassie did in a different way, on the table for this on this series, and it's failed. If you were South Africa, you'd feel a lot more comfortable. You've played another game. Your system has worked. You've drained the Lions forwards a little bit. You've shown the aerial dominance that they have. So they're more comfortable. The Lions have to rethink about things for this week, and they have a roll of the dice. Do they continue on with the policy of sort of conservatism that Gatland went for this week, or do they change things up and use the players that they have to the best of their abilities? I'm not sure what Gatland would do, but I know what I'd do, and it'd be the latter.
Yes, I would suspect Warren Luke might stick with what he has here.
Yeah, look, I think lots of the things that they did wrong, I thought were controllable. Like if the aerial battle goes in there, if they're able to tilt that back towards themselves, that's a huge turning point in the game. Like, I mean, there's probably about 10 or 15 possessions throughout the game that were spilled back to the South Africans. And that was a huge kind of confidence booster for the South Africans, and it was kind of demoralising for the Lions. Yeah. So there's small things here that can change, and one or two personnel that they have in there. I think Liam Williams would be a key guy here. He could change that around for you, and he could give you a massive lift, and all of a sudden the complexion of the game looks very different. You could end up 9-6 at halftime playing a similar brand of rugby, and you could be in a very different position in the second half, controlling the aerial battle. So I don't think they have to change a huge amount. You're always kind of inclined after a game like this to kind of panic and everything's gone wrong for them today. But really there's probably a few areas that if they focus in on and they get right, I think they're right in this test series, and they could go and win this third test without making wholesale changes. Yes,
okay. So the Williams point I take, Shane, is there any other great thing you can do to change what happened in the air this evening?
Well, the key thing is, I think, personnel. I think Van der Merwe would have to change as well. He's looked very flappy. The other thing that we didn't mention today is if you saw the way he challenged for offensive kicks, he never goes up with two hands. He's always looking to tap back. And to be honest with you, attacking wing plane has moved on a long way from there. You go up with your two hands, you look to regather. So I do think those two have to change. But even someone who was very good in the air, like Watson, struggled today because those kicks were very good as well. So we need better blockers. We need more work from people getting back to support, and then we need people in the air earlier and different personnel.
Okay.